Hello, I'm Adrienne Anderson, and I work at Academia Anna Marie Sandoval. It's a dual language Montessori in public school in Potter Highlands. Um, it is an awesome place to work. It's really difficult balancing those three sometimes contradictory uh, models in one building. But we all are really passionate about all three of those things. So, great staff that make it work. I grew up in Inglewood, in working class part of Inglewood, and I live in Wheat Ridge currently. I've lived in Denver most of my life and lived in Iowa for a short time in high school. I really enjoyed the readings, the reading. I like theory, um, and I like this idea of um, observing children in controlled situations versus observing children in their natural environments, and how we can blend those two together to get a clear idea of what um, we're researching. I think what I was understanding from the article was that this idea of the ecological validity relies on whoever's doing an investigation, that they're really clear about the problem that they're investigating, and then in that, aware of any environmental influences that could be impacting the subject. So when we try and study children in particular without any understanding of their environmental influences, we're not getting a full picture of how they act on their environment and how the environment impacts the way they learn. So um, I did read some of the supplemental materials too, and I really enjoyed the analogy of the Russian nesting dolls. You know, where you keep opening up the bigger doll, and there's another one inside, and then another one inside, and then another one inside. And I've seen the ecological circle too, where the child's at the center, and all of the other environmental influences from the micro, the meso, the exo, and the macro are surrounding the child. And I think as educators, we have to be understanding how all of those are playing into each child in our classroom in order to um, successfully educate them. I think for me, one of my wonderings and questions always in education is I feel like teachers themselves are often always asking these questions about their children, but I don't know that the people making policy are. So it's really hard sometimes to balance how these outside influences are impacting our classroom when, in many ways, our hands are tied, especially when it comes to the macro level. So, um, nonetheless, I think there's a lot of things we can do on a day to day basis to help children, no matter what environments or issues they're facing. I look forward to the family study and diving more into this theory in a practical way. Look forward to working with y'all.